What's up guys, welcome to my next video. On this video is gonna be my video update. These are the movies that I just got. The other two I got yesterday, and today I just got three on a thrift store, which they already reopened, which that is great. They didn't have that much of VHS. Well, they did have a lot of VHS, but not the ones I liked, and there's some that I did like but I already have. So let's get right to it. This one I just got in the thrift store today, and this is In the Army Now with Pauly Shore. I really thought this movie was funny back in the Pauly Shore years in the 90s, when he used to make a lot of comedies, and it died down after a while. I mean, I think the movie that really wasn't that great was Son-in-Law. Now that movie wasn't that good. I think that really went downhill, and I guess that's why he lost his career. That's what I think. And here's the spine. Here's the back. I really like that part when they shaved off his head and he started screaming. That's when I first saw that in the trailer and TV, the TV spot. I remember that part. I mean, I was like 9 years old or 10, I think I was, when this movie came out. I got this movie in DVD, but I got it in a VHS as well. Oh, I thought, why not? And in really good condition. There it is, In the Army Now. And this one, Night of the Twisters, is actually a TV movie that came back. It came out in '94, I believe, with Devon Sawa, and he's the one that came on Casper, Little Giant. He's right here. Final Destination, Idle Hands, which is one of my favorites, and Final Destination, the first one. And here's the front, the spine. And here's the back. It's a little cheap tape from Good Times. I already have this copy, but I got another one. Why not? If something happens to the other copy, I got a spare. And it's a pretty good movie. I mean, it's good for a low budget film for TV. I didn't mind it. I mean, it had good action. They had kind of good special effects back in this day. But when it first came out, me and my mom were so excited to see it, and we saw it the first time when it first aired it. So it's good to have this in the collection. And the Frantic I haven't seen. This one got this one as well at a thrift store. So did Night of the Twisters and In the Army Now. This one I never seen, but it looks interesting, and I'm a big fan of Harrison Ford. I just love his work. Indiana Jones, Star Wars. He made so many great movies. Blade Runner. I mean, you name it. His movies are pretty good. Firewall, Air Force One. He could play anybody that's important. I mean, he's always important in every piece of movie he makes. So this one I never seen. I think it's about, I was reading the back of it, and it's about he kidnapped his wife and he's trying to find her, which I heard that. I'm like, I gotta see it, and it's with Harrison Ford, with the old-fashioned tape. And here's the spine. There's the back. The little still is pretty cool. The little old-fashioned tapes. I just like the old-fashioned tapes. The cover art. The tape is in good condition, but I can't wait to see this movie. It's a blind buy because I haven't seen it, so I can't wait to check it out. And this one I got at eBay. The Graveyard Shift. I never seen this movie at all, but I remember went to a video store back in the day when I was 8 or 9, and I saw this cover in the old section, in the horror section. And when I saw this face, I got freaked out. I really thought this face was scary. I mean, wow, the hair, the coloring, and then it has the girl, and it has the city. I mean, everything about it is great. I mean, when I saw this on eBay, it just brought me back to my childhood when I went to a video store and I saw it. And I had to have it, in my collection, just to have the piece of memory in my collection. And I haven't seen it yet, but I saw the summary. I read it, and it looks interesting. What I read about is he's a vampire, and he's in New York, and he's a cab driver, and he would pick up women, which one he would seduce to, and that's what he does. And he works in the graveyard shift. He works at night, of course, because he's a vampire, and then he's a taxi driver with an old-fashioned car, and there's the spine. There's the back. See, there's the taxi. It looks like an old-fashioned taxi, and I just thought this thing was scary. I mean, look, it's all red, and the shape of his face, the head, it looks creepy. And there he is. There it is, and now I can't wait to see it now. I'm gonna watch this right now actually, because I got it yesterday. Here's the tape in good condition because I just got it on eBay. It just arrived yesterday. And there it is, Graveyard Shift. And last but not least, there's the only DVD I got from eBay. It's The Last Man on Earth of Vincent Price. I'm a complete fan. I just love Vincent Price. I love his work. It's a shame that he passed away, but you know, he was old. But you know, his movies still move on. But I never seen this one either, Last Man on Earth. I think my mom told me about it, but she was the one that got me into Vincent Price. I mean, the best movie I love him in that I thought he was great in was House of Wax, The Fly, The Pit and the Pendulum, The Fall of the House of Ushers. So many great titles. The Fly. I mean, House on Haunted Hill. He made so many great classics. Here's the spine. Here's the back. There it is. There's Vincent Price. When I haven't seen this yet, but I'm gonna plan on seeing it today after Graveyard Shift. I mean, I just love Vincent Price. I mean, I had to get most. I have most of his movies. I mean, I have Madhouse. So many great titles. And I'll show you the discard. And here's a little the little picture. I mean, back in the day, man, this guy was the man, and he still is. He came on Edward Scissorhands. He was an inventor. He did the voice of Thriller, the Michael Jackson. That's when I first heard him, and I heard about him. My mom told me about him, who it was, of his voice, but she recognized the voice, and she told me about the movies he made back in the day, and it got me into it. So I think the first movie I saw from him, I think, was The Fly, and from there I was a complete fan. So now I'm trying to get even my mom had most of his movies on DVDs. So yeah, there's my update. There's my VHS and DVD update that I got. So yeah, I can't wait to see them, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.